Have you ever wondered what THCA in cannabis is? Well, allow me to shed some light on this fascinating subject. THCA, or tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, is a compound found abundantly in raw and live cannabis plants. Contrary to what some may think, THCA itself is not psychoactive. That's right, it won't give you that high sensation. So how does the high come into play, you may ask? When THCA is heated or aged, it undergoes a process known as decarboxylation, transforming into the well-known compound THC. This is the psychoactive component of cannabis that produces the high many people are familiar with. THCA is like the caterpillar that becomes the butterfly, or in this case, the THC under the right conditions. So it's a key player in the world of cannabis even though it doesn't take center stage. Now that we know what THCA is, let's delve deeper into its benefits. THCA is more than just a precursor to THC, it has its own set of benefits. Now you might be wondering, what exactly are these benefits? Well, let's dive in and explore the potential advantages of this fascinating compound. One of the most significant benefits of THCA is its anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is a common issue that many people deal with on a daily basis. It's a natural response of your body's immune system to injury or illness. However, chronic inflammation can lead to various health problems, including heart disease and arthritis. Now, let's consider THCa. Research has shown that THCA could potentially help reduce inflammation, making it a valuable tool in combating these conditions. Next on the list is its potential to suppress muscle spasms. Muscle spasms can be incredibly uncomfortable and can significantly affect your quality of life. They are often associated with conditions such as multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's disease. Recent studies have indicated that THCA might be able to suppress these spasms, providing relief for those who suffer from them. Another potential benefit is THCA's neuroprotective qualities. In simple terms, this means that THCA could potentially help protect your brain cells from damage. This is particularly relevant when considering conditions such as Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. The research in this area is still ongoing, but the findings so far are promising. It's important to note that while these benefits are exciting, more research is needed to fully understand the potential of THCA. But the early indications are promising, and it's clear that THCA is more than just a stepping stone to THC. It's a compound that has its own unique set of benefits, making it a valuable addition to the wide world of cannabis compounds. But what happens when THCA is consumed? Let's find out. When consumed, THCA has a variety of effects on the human body. As we delve into the effects of THCA, it's essential to note that this compound doesn't have the same psychoactive properties as THC, the component of cannabis that gets you high. So even as you consume THCA, you won't experience the altered state of consciousness associated with marijuana. THCA interacts primarily with the endocannabinoid system, a complex cell signaling system in our bodies that plays a role in regulating a wide array of functions and processes. The endocannabinoid system is involved in managing pain, mood, appetite, sleep, memory, and much more. This means that the effects of THCA can potentially span across these various areas. Starting with mood, THCA may contribute to a feeling of general well-being. It can help to elevate your mood without causing the euphoria or intoxication that THC does. It's like a gentle uplift, a subtle enhancement of your everyday mood. When it comes to appetite, THCA could potentially act as an appetite stimulant. It might enhance your sense of taste and make food seem more appealing. However, it doesn't lead to the infamous munchies associated with THC consumption. So if you're trying to manage your weight, THCA could be a beneficial compound to explore. In terms of other aspects of health, THCA may have anti-inflammatory properties, which could be beneficial for individuals dealing with conditions characterized by inflammation. It's also been suggested that THCA might have neuroprotective properties, potentially offering some protection to the brain. However, it's important to remember that research into THCA and its effects is still in the early stages. While these potential benefits are promising, more studies are needed to fully understand the extent of THCA's effects on the human body. While we've discussed the effects of THCA, it's also important to know how to consume it. And that's what we'll cover in the next segment. Stay tuned to learn more about the fascinating world of THCA. So, how can you consume THCA to reap its benefits? There are a few ways to introduce THCA into your system, and each method has its own unique benefits. Let's dive into some of the most common methods. First off, we have juicing raw cannabis. This is one of the most effective ways to consume THCA. The process is relatively simple. You take fresh raw cannabis leaves and buds and put them through a juicer. The resulting juice is rich in THCA and other beneficial cannabinoids. The key here is to use raw cannabis, as the heat involved in most cooking processes can convert THCA into THC, the psychoactive compound that causes the high we often associate with cannabis. Next up, we have THCA tinctures. Tinctures are liquid extracts of the cannabis plant. They're typically made by steeping raw cannabis in alcohol for several weeks to extract the cannabinoids. The resulting liquid can be taken orally, held under the tongue for quick absorption, or added to food and drink. Like with juicing, it's important not to heat the tincture to preserve the THCA. Finally, there's the option of THCA capsules. These are a straightforward and convenient way to consume THCA, especially for those who may not enjoy the taste of raw cannabis juice or tinctures. The capsules contain a concentrated form of THCa and can be taken just like any other pill. Again, it's crucial to remember that heat can transform THCA into THC, so keep your capsules in a cool, dry place. The method you choose will depend largely on your personal preferences and lifestyle. Some people may find the taste of raw cannabis juice too strong, while others might prefer the convenience of a tincture or capsule. Whichever method you choose, remember that the key to consuming THCA is to avoid heat. Now, let's recap what we've learned about THCA. So, to summarize what we've learned about THCA, THCA, or tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, is a non-psychoactive compound found in raw and live cannabis. It's the precursor to THC, the primary psychoactive component of cannabis. However, unlike THC, THCA doesn't produce a high. This is because it hasn't undergone the process of decarboxylation, which is essentially a heating process that transforms THCA into THC. THCA becomes prominent when the cannabis plant is growing. Once harvested and exposed to heat or sunlight over time, THCA slowly converts to THC. But when kept in its raw form, such as in fresh cannabis leaves or unheated extracts, THCA retains its original properties. Let's revisit the health benefits of THCA. Although research is still in its early stages, preliminary studies and anecdotal evidence suggest that THCA may have a variety of potential health benefits. These include anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties, which can be beneficial in managing conditions like arthritis and neurodegenerative diseases. THCA has also shown potential in reducing nausea and appetite loss, making it particularly beneficial for individuals undergoing treatments like chemotherapy. Remember, THCA is not psychoactive. This means it doesn't produce the high associated with THC. So, if you're seeking the potential health benefits of cannabis without the psychoactive effects, THCA could be worth considering. We also touched on the effects of consuming THCA. Keep in mind that everyone's body chemistry is different, so the effects can vary from person to person. Generally, THCA is well tolerated and associated with few side effects. However, it's important to start with low doses and gradually increase as needed, always paying attention to your body's reactions. Now, let's revisit the ways to consume THCA. You can ingest it through raw cannabis, such as by juicing fresh cannabis leaves. You can also find it in the form of tinctures, oils, and capsules. Another method is through raw cannabis extracts, like cold water hash or live resin, which can be vaporized at low temperatures. In conclusion, THCA is a unique compound in cannabis that, while non-psychoactive, may offer a variety of potential health benefits. It's a component of raw cannabis and can be consumed in several ways, depending on your preference and needs. However, it's crucial to remember that while we've gathered this information from various studies, research on THCA is still ongoing. Therefore, it's always recommended to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new health regimen involving THCA or any other cannabis compound. With this knowledge, you can now make informed decisions about using THCA. Remember, always consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new health regimen.